I became a police officer purely because of what was happening within social justice. I'm a firm believer that if you want change, you got to be the change that you want to see. I wanted to understand the problem as well from both sides of the coin by becoming a police officer. It's easy for people to run their mouth with Black Lives Matter and all these other things going on nowadays. But are you willing to put yourself in that position to be the change is like the ultimate thing, right? So I became, and I think it totally changed my opinion about everything, because it's not easy to be that officer. It's not easy to be in those situations. It's not easy to be in shoot, don't shoot scenarios. It's not easy to be in situations of escalation of force. It's not even easy to approach somebody's window and give them a tick. But I will say you really learn a lot about how a city functions and where the downfalls of municipality government is, or where the gaps are in the sense of relations between police and the community. And you kind of become that individual problem solver as a police officer, because you have a lot of discretion. So how you go about your day-to-day operations as a police officer can make or break the opinion or attitude from the community. And I learned that very quick, that you don't have to be one of those officers that is by the book, I'm going to give everybody a ticket. You can use discretion and be like, you know what? I understand. Hey, here's a verbal warning. Go about your day or whatever. Or just go down to the local stores, say hello to people, or just be this community leader. At the time I was an officer, I coached baseball. I was always out in the community giving back to it, whether it was handing out food during food drives to homeless, or every time I would see my homeless out there in the streets, I would stop and actually give them clothes and give them stuff that they need. They were just like really shocked, because they're like, usually police officers tell me to get out from underneath the bridge, or they tell me to go somewhere, but you're actually handing me food and checking up on me to make sure I'm all right. And as I said, this is where you get to use that authority figure position for good. Not always being the bad guy that walks up to your window and is like, hey, here's a speeding ticket, but actually learning how to engage as a police officer. So that was the takeaway from that.